Here I am at Nottingham Restaurant, and I'm going in to greet several British mates who have been walking across our country in a event called a Gump-a-thon. This is sort of a takeoff of the Forrest Gump walk across America that he took. Let's go up and watch and chat. Well, here's the group here. They're having dinner, and we're going to wait a little bit, and they're having a little bit of ale and all of that, and then we'll chat with a few of them. Well, here we are with all the guys, and we have about 11 Brits here, as we call them. Anyway, Damien. No, that's an English name.
It is an English name.
It is, very much.
With an A, not the omen with an E. So
oh,
yes,
that's right.
Clear that up.
Yeah.
Should be the with an E. Yeah.
So you've been walking across America.
But running and hand biking rather than walking. Yeah, for the last.
And biking too?
Hand biking, yeah.
Oh, great.
So 60 days. Last 60 days. We've got 3 days left.
60 days. Now this is really an idea from the Forrest Gump movie.
Yeah,
and it's called a Gump-a-thon.
It is, yeah. It's an idea I came up with quite a few years ago, which I never did anything about, but did start this 2.5 years ago, and 2.5 years in the making, 2 months in the execution, and we're almost home.
Wow.
Very happy.
Oh, that's great. I think I read a little release on you. I think there's 5 or 6 of you that are with the military, or
yes.
from the military.
That's right, yeah.
British.
Basically, from the running team, they're all the 6 guys. Mark, who's a triple amputee, he's a former British Marine, and he's doing a mile a day on his prosthetic limbs. The other 5 guys, one's a US Marine. There are 3 British Marines and 1 British Army guy, and each of us will run between 16 and 23 miles a day.
Wow.
So, for the duration of the project.
Sure. Now you're doing this for a cause.
Absolutely, yeah. Three charities, all of which support wounded soldiers, and actually, in fact, they support other than wounded soldiers, people that need the support. There's an American charity called the Semper Fi Fund. There's another charity called a UK charity called Help for Heroes, and the Royal Marines Charitable Trust Fund. We're all supporting, and hopefully all the money will be donated to those and split accordingly throughout these 3 charities.
Oh, sure. I tell you, what a trek. So you started in New York, or in New York?
Did. Yeah,
and where are you going to end?
We can finish on Santa Monica. We started at the USS Intrepid, Manhattan Island, New York City, 3,300 and something miles ago, and we'll finish Santa Monica Pier, having completed 3,530 miles, which is the single longest transit across the United States by so few people.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah.
Oh.
Very proud.
Are you going to spend a little bit of time in the LA area?
Yeah,
once you're done.
Well, we've got a few days. We've got 3 or 4 days. I mean, this is.
See Hollywood.
I'm not going to go to Hollywood. I've got a friend who lives in Hollywood, but no, I've been to the States about 13 times. This is my 13th trip, so I've got some friends who live up in the valley, and I'm going to take some time out, probably by the pool, and just chill. Do all the media stuff that if people need to do, and then just. We fly back on the 15th, get back to the UK on the 16th, and then we're going to continue to do some bits back in the UK to help facilitate some more monies coming in for the project.
Sure. Do you know how much you've raised so far? Or?
I'll always say that the simple answer to that is not enough. There's never enough money we can raise, so basically whatever still comes in, even if I gave a target, which we did, the target was $1.5 million. If we haven't achieved that, then that'll be disappointing, but the same vein, whatever money we make is going to help and support these people, so that we want to raise money for. So there's always, the simple answer is there's always money to be made.
Wow. And I see downstairs you have a car. Is that a support car?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It has Gumpathon on it.
Gumpathon,
all
yeah,
decorated.
covered, decorated. There were we've got two SUVs, very kindly donated by Land Rover USA, by a very good friend Clinton Blair, who's an absolute gem of a bloke. And then we've had two RVs we've paid for, which have helped support us across the way. And we've lived pretty much in the RVs for the majority of the time, which has been interesting, living in an RV for. I mean, we used to live in, as a military man, and I'm nearly 22 years into my Marine service, and living in, snow holes, and living in ponchos, and living under the stars. Living in an RV's been sort of like a palace, really, compared to some of that. But actually, when you're in close proximity all the time, things can get a little bit tense, to say the least. But forgetting all that, the bottom line is we're here to do a job. We're succeeding in doing that job. We've got 3 days left of this epic challenge, and I'm very proud of all the team and all they've achieved, as both as from the support crew, from driving, from cooking, the administration, getting the press involved, as much as I am the runners as part of that running team as well.
Sure.
Our own personal achievement is unparalleled as far as my own personal being, definitely.
Wow. So you never walked or biked at night? You just during the daylight hours?
No, tonight I've biked into Big Bear, and it was night. I started in the day, but I climbed up the hill at Route 18, so I've just done that on a hand bike, which was the longest hill I've done actually. It's 12 and a half miles.
Yeah.
So it was.
You came from Yucca Valley through Pioneer Town?
From north up the 247, is it?
Yeah,
then
247.
And then south down Camp Rock Road up the 18.
Right.
So that was.
I wanted to film you coming up, but it was dark, and you got up at the top of the hill when it was dark. So I couldn't do that. So I thought, well, come down here while you eat. And,
that's cool. That's But,
is it a good feeling to know it's almost over?
It's good. It's funny you say that, Ron. Yesterday when we were in Joshua Tree, we were in an RV park, and I was just saying to these guys that the mountain and the sun was coming down, a beautiful red sky, and I just thought, I kind of sad really, sobering thought of thinking, in 4 days this will all be over. This is 2.5 years of planning in my life have been given over to this project, and in 4 days it's kind of done. And I went, it's kind of sad, but the thing is with this, all this is, meeting my girlfriend through doing this, and
your girlfriend's with you?
she said she flew out about 8 days ago just to see this, and then now through to see the
Are the other guys jealous?
Probably. Probably. But then again, she leaves the day we finish, and those guys have got a few days with their girls and that. So
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're going to start a charity together off the back of this. So I leave the Marines in May, and we're going to start our own charity. So
That's great. Oh, that's good.
To support.
Have most of you this your first trip to America, or you've been here before?
Again, this is my 13th. So I would say that 80% of the team have never been before.
Really?
Yeah. So
their comments, they are enjoying. Seeing a lot of sights.
Seen a lot more of America than a lot of Americans do, really.
Right.
I mean, the guy who was sat there to your right a minute ago, Robbo, he and I drove this road last year. So we drove through Big Bear in September last year, just to check the route out. And one of the things we did find in Little Rock, I was just so very vivid in Little Rock in Arkansas, and this guy who worked in a checkout and cashier on Walmart, and a young black guy. He said, "You ain't from around here, are you?" Forgive the accent. Yeah. I said, "No, yeah. You a real English person?" Like this fake English people. He said, "Yeah, we are." I said, "I ain't never met a real English person before. Hell, I ain't been out of state before. You know what? I can't remember leaving the town. Hell, man, go down." And he was really overawed by the fact he's met an English person. And those people are what made this trip, and what made this trip just so fascinating. Is just that there's little pockets of people in middle America who've never met anybody outside their little town, have just been overwhelmed by the fact that they're just so pleased to meet you, and they shake your hand, and they'll give you a couple of dollars because that's all they can afford. And those people, I have all the utmost respect.
You've been greeted well, haven't you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All across.
Not had a bad word at all.
Yeah. That's great. But what you're doing is so great too.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, and you're earning it. You're earning every dollar.
You bet your ass. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's neat. There's about 14 in your group, isn't there?
There's 14 now. There was 12 in normally, but with Robbo and Kate flew out to Grand Canyon, and so it's grouped to 14.
Right.
But for the majority of the time, there's been 12 people,
Yeah.
6 runners, 6 support crew, and it's been amazing. I mean, if nothing else, you know, some of us will stay in touch, some of us won't, whatever. The bottom line is, collectively as a team, whether we've thought it or not, we have made our mark on this great nation. And
Sure.
I love America. I would, you know, live here at the drop of a hat. I'm coming back. Kate and I chose I should say our next plan, our next project in the States is for 3 guys to run, handbike and cycle through every one of the capitals of every of the 48 interconnecting states,
Sure.
which is 80 to 200 miles roughly, I think, and to do it in 2 months. So, and again, raise money for wounded veterans.
How are you going to Santa Monica from here? Are you going the back roads?
We'll go down.
You're not on the freeway.
No, not on the freeway. No, go down the hill in San Bernardino along Highland Avenue.
You go the back way down?
Yeah.
The way you came up.
No. So we'll go down. We'll go west from here. So we'll go that, you know, sort of west out.
Oh, okay.
And then down the hill, hit San Bernardino, and then pretty much Highland Avenue to, I think it's about they're just east of Rancho Cucamonga tomorrow.
Probably go Baseline. Baseline is the longest street in Southern California. It's exactly east-west, and everything is that, and it goes from here to LA.
Yeah, I've missed it purely and simply because I wanted some sort of because you get running straight roads. I mean, I handbiked it. I did 100 miles on a handbike the other week.
Oh, I see.
And I did a 50-mile straight. It's so boring in a straight road. So I've tried to make it a little bit. It's a bit different going through urban areas because there's lots of people you can see and interact with if you so
Right.
But try to go along Highland and then come down a bit, go through Hollywood. Eventually go. That's the day after tomorrow. Go past the Chinese Man's Theatre and all those sort of places. So make it as interesting for the guys as it is for the people that we're going to see. See lots of people, get lots of cheers and hopefully some money donated. So the visibility is important for us. So try and capture all those big through Beverly Hills, across the top of Rodeo Drive. Hopefully some big, very wealthy person will say, "Oh, that's a great idea. I'll give you $100,000."
Yeah. Do you expect a big welcome when you get there? Who's planning?
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah, we've got a PR company that Claire's working with quite tightly with trying to get a big welcome on the pier because we're running with the Route 66 celebrations on the same day as because we finish on Veterans Day too.
Sure.
So we've got a lot to look forward to. And do you know what? Even if nobody else turned up, if nobody else was there on the pier, I think the celebration we can make ourselves in our own little heads about how and what we've achieved would be, it doesn't need bells and lights. The bells and lights are in your head because you know what you've just done behind you to 3,500 miles to your east, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So, but that is all. It just embellishes, the whole thing. So.
Sure. Well, that's great. We're so happy that you're stopping over in Big Bear.
So am I.
Yeah.
I'm being fed. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, well, I hope you come back someday.
I've just saying that to Larry that I'd love to. Yeah, it's a very pretty place. Just kind of flitting through, but it's
We have 2 ski resorts, 7 Mile Long Lake, and the most visited national forest in the nation.
Well, how can I refuse? If that's an offer, Ron, I'll be back.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Damien, thanks so much for letting me chat with you and enjoy your dinner. And good luck.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
We're proud of you, my friend. You bet. Thanks. Well, all of their dinners are now being served, and this has really been a good group, I tell you. I'm so impressed with what they've done. So anyway, that's it from this group, the Gumpathon, as we call it. And they've got 3 days left. 60 days ago, they left Manhattan, and they've walked and biked all across America, just like Forrest Gump did. Well, anyway, that's it. Don't go away. I'll be back soon.